The delegation of the European Union sat in a meeting with the Awami League. The meeting started at the Sheraton Hotel in Banani of the capital at 12 noon. The UA delegation held a meeting with BNP and Jatiyo Party. The delegation met for an hour at the BNP chairperson's political office in Gulshan in the capital at 9 a.m. In the briefing, BNP leader Amir Khosru Mahmood Chowdhury said people will not be able to vote if election held under the Awami League government. The big question now is whether foreigners have to come and express concern about Bangladesh elections. The 6-member EU pre-election observation team is headed by Ricardo Schellery. EU ambassador to Bangladesh Charles Whiteley was also present in the meeting. Later, 4 members of the EU team discussed with the Jatiyo Party from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Later, Jatiyo Party General Secretary said the government should take the main initiative to discuss with the political parties. A resolution has been passed at the United Nations emphasizing a sustainable solution to the crisis by repatriating the Rohingyas who have taken refuge in Bangladesh and ensuring justice for them. The resolution was passed unanimously at the 53rd session of the UN Human Rights Council in Geneva, Switzerland on Friday. The resolution also called for those accused of torture and crimes against humanity to be brought to justice. Organization of Islamic Cooperation (OIC) raised the proposal at the initiative of Bangladesh in the session. The resolution called on Myanmar to quickly create a supportive environment for the return of the Rohingyas. Besides, in the session of the United Nations Human Rights Council, Bangladesh was praised for providing shelter to the Rohingya people. Four people were killed after a running truck hit a standing one on the Nogha-Bogura Regional Highway in Bogura's Adamdighi Upazila early Saturday. The accident happened in Muril bus stand area when Mustaq Ali and Dadon Mia was repairing their truck. A Nogha-bound goods-laden truck hit the standing one from behind, leaving the duo dead on the spot and 2 others critically injured. They were taken to Shohid Ziaur Rahman Medical College where the injured succumbed to their injuries. At least 9 people, including 7 Bangladeshis, have died in a terrible fire broke out at a furniture factory in Dammam of Saudi Arabia. The accident happened on Friday afternoon. The Bangladesh embassy in Saudi Arabia confirmed the news. Among the dead, 1 was Indian national. According to the latest information, 3 of the deceased expatriates hail from Nator and 1 hailed from Rajshahi. However, their identities were not known yet. Almost all the rivers in the northern part of the country are overflowing with water due to rains and high tides. In the meantime, 20,000 families have become waterlogged due to water entering the lower areas of Kurigram and Lalmonirhat. At Lalmonirhat, Tista River water is flowing 20 centimeters above the boundary line. Water entered the lower areas of some unions of Hatibandha, Kaliganj, Aditmari and Shodor Upazilas. 15,000 families have been trapped in water. In the meantime, 60 metric tons of rice and dry food worth Taka 2,25,000 have been distributed by the administration. In Kurigram, Dudkumar and Dhorla water is also flowing over danger level. In Nageshwari Upazila, the water of Dudkumar river overflowed the road and flooded at least 10 villages. Edible vegetables have been destroyed in these areas. Besides, fish from ponds have been washed away. They are facing shortage of food and clean water. As the national elections approach, the exercise of political power is increasing. BNP has announced a program in Dhaka next Tuesday and Wednesday to oust the government. Awami League is also on the streets with development procession for those 2 days. The leaders of the ruling party say that they are not giving any program in return of BNP. BNP called March rally in the capital next Tuesday and Wednesday. Awami League has also announced to be on the streets for those 2 days. Leaders of the Dhaka Metropolitan North and South Committee of the ruling party said that it has been decided to hold a development procession against the anti-national activities of the BNP. As a part of this, the program will be held from Engineers Institution of the capital to Dhanmondi number 32 on Tuesday and from Shatrasta to Mohakhali on the next day. The leaders said that apart from Awami League, a large number of leaders and activists of all affiliated organizations will be present in the development procession. Symbols of development like Podda Bridge, Metro Rail, Kornafuli Tunnel will be highlighted in the procession. After 12 years, Benapole municipal elections will be voted on Monday. All the three candidates have promised to win the hearts of the voters. However, the both candidate is far ahead in the polling field. With the election after a long time, the voters are hoping to start the development work through the elected representatives. Benapole municipality of Joshore has not held elections for 12 years due to boundary complications. The coming Monday's vote is of special importance to the locals. Three candidates are competing for the post of mayor. Awami League has nominated young leader Muhammad Nasiruddin, Mofizur Rahman Shajan and Farooq Hussain are contesting as independent candidates. Benapole municipality is largely neglected due to long absence of voting. Therefore, voters see Monday's election as the first step to start development. The election officer said that all preparations have been made to organize free, fair and impartial elections. The United States wants to see a free, fair, participatory and impartial election, not an election process. Analysts believe that the US delegation has given this message through its visit to Bangladesh. They said through this, Washington has expressed a moderate and cautious position on Bangladesh on Tuesday. A high level of delegation of the Biden administration headed by US State Department under Secretary Azra Zia returned after a visit to Bangladesh. At the end of the 4-day visit, they expressed their hope for a free and fair election in Bangladesh. Foreign analysts consider the message of the US delegation to be positive. Azra Zia, head of the delegation, expected dialogue between political parties to resolve political differences. However, political analysts feel that the culture of the dialogue is not positive due to the polarization of politics in Bangladesh. The BNP Secretary General has threatened to take over all the government headquarters through mass upsurge. He said this at pre-March rally in Noakhali on Friday. BNP Secretary General also said, even though the government promised fair elections to foreigners, people do not believe it. At this time, Mirza Fakhrul highlighted the reason for not giving strike blockade to the oust of the government. BNP leaders and activists thronged Noakhali's Shohid Bulu Stadium to take part in march in Noakhali, demanding the fall of the government. The stadium was filled to the brim before the scheduled time. Mirza Fakhrul also claimed that people do not believe the government's assurance of fair elections. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has said BNP has lost its ability to call for mass upsurge and is now marching. He also said Awami League will hold rallies in district level from August and the Prime Minister and party president will also attend these rallies. Election campaigning and nationwide rallies will begin in September, the name of which will be Development and Peace Assembly. In addition to the central leader of the party, the leaders of the two cities of Dhaka and leaders of various affiliated organizations joined the emergency meeting with the General Secretary of the party at the party president's office in Dhanmondi of the capital on Friday afternoon. Before the start of the meeting, the General Secretary of the party, Obaidul Qadir, spoke to the media about various issues. Criticizing BNP, he said that the party has failed to get the support of foreigners with false information. He instructed the leaders and activists not to spoil the environment before the elections.